Oh, she juked. So, hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked 2 Challenger with only viewer picks. Today we are playing something that I have done before in the past, but it is very challenging to play, which is Lethality W damage Jinx. The comment says to do W max. I will probably put some points into my queue before W max because the thing is that why this is like nearly impossible to play is because Jinx, unfortunately, her W is like one of the worst possible skill shots in the game because if you don't have attack speed, and of course we're not going to have that much attack speed besides probably Berserker Greaves with Jinx, the cast time goes down, meaning it comes out much faster. So during late game with AD Jinx, just standard Jinx, you should be able to hit people pretty consistently. But for the early game, like, I guess I can show an example. I'll try to hit this Victor with a W. Like, just watch how difficult this is. Like, that was pretty on point. I think I did a good job at putting it in an area that was challenging to dodge. But the reason why is because, firstly, the cast time takes a bit. I mean, it's a pretty fast projectile. But that outline that it shows on the ground, the enemy can see that. It is one of, like, the only skill shots in League that literally shows you, yo, just get out of this area and you won't get a hit. It purposely shows them that. Like, it's so easy to dodge because of that. So, because of that, I'm gonna do some points in queue because that's gonna help me, like, be able to at least fight a little bit in lane and also wave clear easier by using my rockets. Because, I think that you can't really... I would say that you can't land your W in lane ever. But you can land it out of lane, and, you know, if maybe the enemy makes a massive mistake or something, I can try to get him then. But that's about it, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to, basically ever do it. Now, I don't like the lane state already, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use rockets on the back wave. I know he'll probably try to stop me or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. We hit 1W onto him, we back away, that procs my mana flow. I shoved in pretty freaking fast. Jinx does have good wave clear if you want to spend the mana for it. How Jinx works is that she's crazy OP inside of teamfights. The reason why she's OP in teamfights is because her passive is Get Excited. Whenever a kill happens, you get movement speed and attack speed, and that attack speed also can just, like, stack. So inside of teamfights, you are very, very fast and also can snowball very hard with auto attacks. Of course, we're playing a different type of playstyle. But the reason why W on Jinx is even, like, remotely good, and why we can even do W max in the first place, is it does have 140% AD ratio, and that's a AD ratio that is not bonus AD, it's just, like, total AD, which is pretty damn nice. So, during late game, it can hit for, like, 700 plus, and not only does it hit for 700 plus, but it also, it has, like, a less than a 3-second CD if you go max CDR, so it's very spammable. So this is gonna be my last point of my queue, probably. I'll do W max now. This was just to help out the early game. If I ever get into a duel versus this guy, we just would auto-attack him. Victor's a pretty annoying matchup to face because he's all about poking with his E, and his E is a very fast ability. Until we have a lot of AD, another thing is that obviously my W doesn't really, like, deal that much. The thing that makes my W strong is having a bunch of AD and CDR in levels, kind of. I mean, the base damage on it is okay, I guess. That was pretty good. I mean, too bad he didn't get trapped, but at the end of the day, we'll definitely take it. Now, Jinx Rocket is a global ultimate that does bonus missing health damage, and it already hits pretty damn hard. If you shoot it very far, as you can see, it does up to 355. Oh, wait. I don't know if that's the damage or from the missing... No, I feel like that's because of the travel time. But yeah, that's a lot of damage. 300. And the 25% missing is very powerful because that means if the opponent ever gets chunked in lane, you just have to land it and they'll die, even if it's like right in front of you. It's not a bad ability at all in that sense. This kind of seems like too many people to fight, but I mean, I am on the way, I guess. I'll die. But I wish I could have done more, though. Like, gotten excited and been able to chase somebody else. At least I was able to, like, help out a little bit, though. Is this wave screwed? It's crashing, right? I just wanted to make sure it fully crashes. It looks crashed enough, I would say. If we can get past laning phase without falling that far behind, and so far it's going okay, I am just chilling. The reason why Berserker Greaves is important is because, as I mentioned earlier, I will mention again, your W cast time goes down with attack speed. It won't go down that much, but, I mean, I need as much as I can get. Also, if we get feats, oh my goodness, if we get feats, this gives even more attack speed. That would be so sick to get. I even have a legend attack speed too, and that's to make it so it is on a easier way of landing, right? The whole entire point is, like, think about it. Would you rather have an ability on a longer CD by a little bit, because I could have taken Legend Haste, but at least you can land it? Or would you rather have a super low CD that's basically unlandable? I think I would always take the landable one, right? I'll always take the landable one. I could just shoot these grubs with my rocket and just see if it would kill. That'd be kind of goofy. I just randomly get a kill like that. We're going to be going Hubris first because we want CDR lethality items, and honestly, there aren't that many of them, but Hubris is one of the first ones that Jinx obviously can kind of benefit from, get bonus ED and stuff. Not bad. Besides, like, explaining, if you are completely new to Jinx, she is an 80 carry. You have two forms with your Q. You have rockets and minigun. The minigun is about single target damage. Every single auto attack gives you more attack speed up to 3 stacks. Once you have 3 stacks, you're at max. Your rockets are way more range and AoE. It's extremely broken inside of team fights when you're, like, standard 80 Jinx, because what happens is that with it, with Runins, when people are stacked, your Runins can cause the rockets to obviously hit more than one target, and those splash damage from the rockets can stack on top of each other. So when the enemy is stacked together with Runins and rockets, it's so broken. You deal so much damage. Also, I believe it also just gives you more AD per auto attack too. Yeah, it does. Right? Yeah. 110% instead of 100%, so you get 10% bonus AD. Also, the points in my abilities, all they do is give me more attack speed and more range, but range is so damn important mid lane when you're versus something that you can, like, never fight, because, obviously, as I mentioned, you can't use W in lane, it's so useless, but just because it's useless doesn't mean that my rockets are useless, because I can at least auto-attack from really far away. If I didn't have any points in my Q, I would have to step up so much closer to this guy just to farm. It'd be so much more difficult. I'm just gonna hit that guy one time. So he walked into my traps. What your E is that you put down these chompers. They take a little while to arm, but once they are armed, they will... Damn, really? That hit me? I honestly could die here, I guess. Talon's about his 3-hit passive, and he just hit me with 2 things because his W rake has 2 parts of it, and since I got hit by both, I got scared and backed away. Anyways, that's really good, though. I put down my traps. He walked into them. He got snared. I was able to land my W. He was low, so I just used my ultimate in front of his face because I know that it's going to hit really, really hard. And we got a pretty good trade onto him because of that. Those traps were to deter him from trying to hit me underneath turret, because if he tried to hit me, then maybe he would accidentally walk into the traps and take turret damage, because I was afraid that I was TPing into something bad. He put down his gravity field, which is a stun. We're CSing pretty good, which is awesome. We, like, need CS to be good, because we can't get fed in lane. We have to get fed, like, out of lane. Aw, that's my fault if this guy survives. Never mind. So yeah, as you can see, my WCD, even though I put 3 points into this, still is pretty quick to level it up. Also, another big thing about like why I don't want to do W max is Jinx has terrible mana issues. I'm talking about really, really bad. And you're probably like, okay, why don't you just go tier mer mana? It's so difficult to stack tier because your rockets don't stack it, and your W is like the only thing, and you can only stack it on minions, but I don't want to use my W in lane. It just doesn't make sense. You might as well just play for, like, mid-game scaling, in my opinion. I've tried it before. It just, like, slows down your scaling way too much to the point that I'm just like, you know what? I think I should just not use W in lane ever. And then once we get into the teamfight stage, my mana pool will increase, and I do have mana flow. Like, it will eventually stack fully. It's not even fully stacked at 12 minutes. And just play for the team fighting and stuff. I've kind of theory crafted this Jinx build quite a bit, because I did spend a lot of losses before I even did this climb trying to figure out a way of popping off on her, and every single time I played, it just felt so bad to play. I had to figure out something for myself. The reason why I'm yoinking that guy's kill is because I have Hubris, and Hubris gives me stacks, and it doesn't give you stacks based off of assists and kills. It gives you it based off of if the target died with you damaging them within the last 3 seconds. And I damaged the Victor with my ultimate, but it's been way more than 3 seconds. So I had to hit him again to get more stacks. But this is perfect, right? We're getting to the point where we are getting quite strong. Just because we're based off of our W does not mean that I'm going to be only using W. W should be used, but I'm still kind of auto-attack based, of course, and ultimate based. In fact, Jinx ultimate is a very strong ability, and the cooldown on it is very, very short. I'm totally down to go, like, Axiom on Jinx. I think for next item, we just immediately build something defensive. Because I want to make it so I don't get one-shot. We're already plenty strong, and I'm ready to be ready for the team fights where I can do the W spam when I can. See how short the CD is? And it does 500 damage right now, which is not bad at all. It's a pretty decent amount of damage for such a low CD. It's 3.5 seconds right now. There's a Talon here. A Talon probably would go for me. You can see that Nautilus also is, like, in the area. They're just trying to take mid turret. That guy's probably dead. Oh. Yep, I got him. See how much damage that did? Isn't that crazy? I didn't even land my W. Even when people are in a corridor, which is, like, so easy to hit my ability onto them, they still don't get hit. Like, it's so... It's so difficult to land it against good players, bro. I'm sure that if I was, like, inside of a lower elo, maybe I could, like, more consistently land it, but it's so rough, bro. Also, my team did finish the feats, which is awesome. My ultimate's already coming back up this quickly. Isn't that crazy? My ultimate would for sure kill Talon from that HP if I can land it from far away. Wow, he decided to stick around? That's crazy. It's a bit psychotic for Talon to play like that. If Aatrox is just a tad bit lower, I think we can kill him. I don't know. From Fog of War, I still can't land it. Oh, she juked. So, yeah, that's why the W is, like, not that bad, right? I landed it 3 times and killed her. Like, that's so goofy, bro. That I could kill her that way. I'm so scared about this Talon still. My traps, if you're gonna get ganked by an assassin, you normally just put them on top of yourself and just hopefully they walk into it, because if they do, it will, reveal them and snare them. But yeah, if I can land my W, it's a very strong effect because the effect lasts, it's a 80% slow, right? And it lasts 2 seconds, and the cooldown's only 3 something. And of course, we can get it even shorter once we get more CDR, because we're gonna go Axiom, and Axiom, will make it so my ultimate, like, resets quick, and 20 ability haste, right? Barely got that. I probably could have ultied preemptively, huh? It probably wouldn't kill from this HP, right? I don't think so. Should I just throw it just to see what happens? I think he's gonna back, like, right there. Oh. Wait. I mean, it hit him in the face, but it didn't kill him. So this does 660 plus 30% missing. Like, dude, that's so insane. Of course, like, this is at, like, max distance. As you can see, if they're, like, right next to you, it does 66 damage, which is, like, really, really, really bad. But Jinx Rocket is, like, in my opinion, one of the best damage globals in the entire game. In fact, it probably just is the best damage global in the game. I don't think anything even comes close. I mean, I know Karthus ultimate, yeah, it hits everybody, but the AP ratio on that is, like, only 70%, which is surprisingly not that high. Meanwhile, Jinx Rocket is a 155 bonus, which is quite high. I'll just shoot a rocket here and just hope that it does good for the team. Here he comes. Yep. Did 670 there. Crazy damage, huh? Lethality Jinx is pretty fun when you get to pop off with it. So unreliable, dude. So unreliable to land. I know that there's a fight going on mid, I just don't really care to root for it. Alright, so we would go Axiom next, but honestly, the enemy might just give up pretty soon, because my team's kind of winning hard. Team's kind of popping off. 632 damage, 3-second cooldown. It probably would only take 2 Ws and an ultimate to kill most of their squishies. I feel like if you get fed enough, it could be to the point where it would only take 1 W. If you're level 16, at least. Because the missing percent damage does get higher. Oh, and also the base damage gets higher, too. I didn't know if it actually did that or not, because it's already a pretty bonkers ability. My hubris is about to expire. We also saw Nautilus is rotating down, so Talon's probably going to gank me, but I have my teammates here. We can see the Shaco and the other guy. Bummer, I used my ultimate in hopes of helping get a kill, but it was just completely wasted. Catching anybody's pretty hard unless they walk into us and fight us and doesn't look like they really want to. Yeah, they just gave up. Well, anyways, at least I got to showcase one fight where I was killing the new champion. I think Yunara is her name. With my W to, like, showcase if you do land it, it is crazy. But nice. Good job, everybody. Didn't do the most damage, but that's because I did not get many opportunities to fight. Yunara win rate right now is like 41%. Apparently, she's completely trash based off of that win rate. That's like really, really bad. So thanks for watching. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed my attempt of the Lethality Jinx, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next commentary. In the Unranked 2 Challenger with only viewer picks, we are playing some Kalista Mid versus a Yone. Kalista is a weird champion. She is about making people into a pincushion because your E is your main damage source. And what? Okay, they lane swapped. Anyways, what Kalista does is that every single auto attack, firstly, you hop, which is a weird interaction. It feels very jank. If you play Kalista very frequently, of course, you can get used to it. I've never been a Kalista player, so it's quite strange for me to play it. But how you do stuff is that every single auto attack puts a spear into somebody. When I use my E, it will cause all of the spears to explode. The spears are infinite stacking. You can literally continue stacking it as much as you want, and they do deal quite a bit of damage, honestly. The first spear does more damage than every spear afterwards, so it's, you know, it starts off with 58 and then 22 per each spear after. But when you start maxing it, it gets pretty strong to the point that it's almost like a secondary auto attack. So, it just does a lot. Now, another thing about Kalista is that when you have a spear and a target and you kill with it, you will have the rend, that's what the E is called, completely reset, and also refund some of the mana cost, refunds half. I believe if you kill 2 targets, it will literally work where it gives you back the full mana. I did not look at my mana, so I don't know if that worked the way that I intended it to, but, like, as you can see, I can kind of last it with it, but you don't want to be doing that all the time, because if you do, you will just make yourself run out of mana eventually, because, once again, it only gives back half of the mana. It does not give back the full mana, unless it's 2 targets, I believe. And playing versus mages is the most annoying part of playing Kalista. You normally want to pick Kalista into a lane that is more like a melee character, because you can kite them. But that being said, playing against mages does have one luxury of a consistent damage dealer, and that is if she uses her Q, which is her snare, or her E, and she, like, fails it during a fight, we can totally destroy her. Also, the trick with Kalista is that after I use my rend... Okay, well, she went for, like, a crazy outplay, but I guess I was just, like, super griefed by her. I had exhaust, so... I'm just gonna stack these, and then we'll push out. I'm trying to stack each minion separately. So, you can put spears in other targets. So what that means is that I had spears in Lux, and then I hit a minion... And then I rended, which explodes the ones inside of Lux, so I poke her and slow her, and it still resets my E. That's, like, one of the most important things about Kalista, is that you can, if you do it really well, you can sometimes catch people, because you can Like, if I'm against this Lux and she's up really far at my turret, I can hit her with a spear and then try to go to a minion, hit a minion, and then rend to slow her, then go back to hitting her. Because you technically have no crowd control besides your ultimate, but your ultimate is based off of your soulbound person, which I have not explained yet. And it means that if you're in a 1v1, you never can do it. So the only way to catch up to people is by slowing them, right? What our W is just a scouting ghost thing. It has 30-second CD. It costs no mana, so feel free to use it. You can just, like, put it down the river and stuff. When enemies walk through it, it will, like, ping them and follow them. But the reason for level 2 boots is because your hop becomes longer. So it's one of the, I think, still most important things to buy, I believe. I could be wrong, though. Because you want the hop to be long so it's easier to kite people. Because it's really about kiting with her, right? So I just threw a spear at her. What your Q does is that you just throw a spear and you also will be able to rend them with it, because that's how it works. I'm on the way bot side. We might be able to still help win this with me, I guess. Unless my team just wins on their own. Damn, I rotate all the way down for nothing. That's okay, though. Might as well go there just in case something bad happens to my teammates, you know? She's just gonna rotate topside, so there's really no way to pick her here. She'll probably get the plate, I think. Just barely. 2 HP? Nice. She didn't get it. So, what I want to do is somehow juke the crap out of her abilities, because... Oh my god. That was so scary, actually. I saved my flash because I know that Kalista Hop can actually be used to go over walls. It's so difficult to do, though, because the hop really isn't that long. Like, going over walls like this is possible. It's so damn challenging, though. I've tried it before, and you just have to, like, find the correct angle, and it just feels really weird. Thankfully, though, I got Jarvan ultied, and burned it, and lived without burning anything myself. So technically, that's a huge win for my team, because every single small win like that means, hey, if Jarvan goes to gank somewhere else, he doesn't have ultimate anymore for a while. So I've maybe just helped out, like, bot lane or top lane with getting ganked as well, since now he's ultiless. Huge play. Now, because Kalista does so much consistent damage, she isn't really a crit-based champion. She's more of like an on-hit champion. And similar to Vayne, how Vayne is an on-hit champion, on-hit AD carries normally can go the, like, more tanky builds. You might see people just go, like, 1 damage item and then immediately, or maybe 2. And then people might even build, like, a Jack Show, and Jack Show is a tank item. Because once you have enough damage through your rend and auto attacks and stuff, there's no reason to get more. Now it's more important for you to stay alive, because if you fight versus champions that aren't skill shot based, like, for instance, a Darius is mostly, like, auto attack based and, like, very difficult to dodge his abilities, right? You're gonna take damage, and if you aren't tanky, you're just gonna die. So it feels extremely forced. What? She wasn't seen from anywhere. What the hell? What? That's so confusing. Okay, well, apparently she was able to get out a way that was not seen on vision. I really thought we were going to see her. Another big tip that I have that I guess I've never mentioned yet is your rend has a cast time. So if I rend, as you can see, watch, you see how my character stopped? That means that you should actually rend mid-hop because you can cancel the animation. So if I rend like that, you see how I rended but I still moved? That's like extremely busted. It's really important to play around that. It's difficult to do though. I'm not going to say that like it's something that I easily can do consistently. I just killed a minion and rended, so I got big damage onto Taric while also making sure that my rend is back up immediately. I did not do it there, though. That was an accident. Blade of the Ruined King is the most consistent thing that she builds, by the way. But I know that Gwinsu's and Kraken sometimes are higher win rates for build paths. So that's why I'm going something else. Plus, it just felt like it would be kind of goofy to go it. I don't know. Another thing that your Q does is that it will transfer every single stack if it kills the target to the next person that it hits. It's pretty not important, though. It's just that you might see videos of montages of Kalista where she will pin cushion like Gromp and put like 50 spears in it, and then if somebody walks over, you Q the Gromp and transfer the 50 spears into the target and instantly rend them. It's not really that common, though. Like, whenever I watch people play Kalista in high elo, and when Kalista was meta as a top laner, nobody did that. Like, it's not really a thing. Not really a thing. Now, I want to fight with Hecarim, but obviously, what matters is I don't get myself killed. I rended him to slow him. Ooh, I still have my exhaust. So what your ultimate does is that you choose one target in the game and they become your soulbound, which is normally your support because she's normally play AD carry. Whoa. I don't know about exhausting, but okay. Good fight, though. Good job, everybody. Managed to still do pretty good there, I guess. I'm just going to go back mid because Lux is just taking my stuff. So, what I was about to mention is that with your Soulbound, there you get two things. Firstly, your W has a passive on it. When we both auto-attack somebody, it will cause them to take max % magic damage for one hit every single 10 seconds or something per target. So you get like a little bit of damage. I would say that's not really that important. And then the ultimate brings your soulbound to me and they disappear. So they like almost like go inside of me like a Kayn ultimate. And then they can decide to leave whatever direction around me. And whoever they hit, they knock them up. It's very, very, very powerful with supports that like putting themselves in danger, and it's pretty nice with also junglers who put themselves in danger because, as you can see with down here, when Hecarim went in, I just immediately save him, and then he can go back in if he wants to reinitiate too. Very powerful effect. Gwinsu's is done. We do have blue buff, so I don't mind using my spear if it brings me back mid lane a little bit faster. Your ultimate does no damage. It's just a knockup, so be aware of that. Your ultimate literally does 0. So Gwinsu's is good because our spears are technically on hit, so that just means that if I can get to the 4 stack of the Gwinsu's, that's when my on-hit effects apply more often, so I apply spears more often, so people die quicker. Pretty straightforward. He waited for the spear to expire. Smart. So I'm gonna get Giga owned by him. He did crazy damage to me. Sadly, I mean, I tried to save myself through using my teammate, but it did not work it out at all. The Darius ultied me without, like, stacking me, like, a single time. It does true damage no matter what. I thought that the only way to run away would be getting back into my turrets. That's what I tried doing. But I just take that much damage instantly, so pretty annoying. We'll build the Bork second, I guess. I mean, Bork is pretty nice for kiting because it does give you some stuff. It gives you, like, every third hit, will slow them for a bit. So, like, a tiny slow is kind of nice versus champions like Darius, even though if I'm within auto attack range of him, I'm almost within, like, E range of him as well. It's so difficult to kite effectively versus melee champions that have, like, such an easy-to-land ability to, get on top of me. So we're just gonna poke that guy a little bit. There's no reason not to pressure hard. Especially because we have lifesteal too. Side laning 1v1 versus a lot of champions is pretty easy. Depending on what they're playing, because as long as you just kite them, you just win, right? If they can't get on top of you, you'll eventually put so many spears into them that they can't play the game, right? That's the idea. The reason why I'm not making a pin cushion is because if Jarvan comes in and he has smite, then, I mean, we'll just take it. Nice, though. Got to farm a little bit. She easily predicted my pop, so I got hit very quickly and completely prevented my advance. It's okay, though. I'm not very confident in my Kalista to the point that I feel like I'm going to be able to carry this game very easily, considering how many threats that they have. Of course, we're going to try, though. And I am obviously partially responsible for the mistake of that one death that enabled them to apparently kill everybody else. There's, like, so much fighting going on the other side of the map all the time. I'm never even able to, like, pressure side lane. Just the fights are going on too quickly. What I'm trying to do is just push side lane, because if they're going to be doing that, then that means I think that we're okay to, like, get stuff on our own, right? Close. I'm gonna flash. I would have died to that. That was definitely on me. Not gonna be a flash saver today. Because sometimes I know I save flash. Because I feel like I can just sidestep it, but I don't. still have my ultimate available to try to save you, but... What I don't really like is that I'm kind of squishy and I'm not on 2-core yet, and 2-core is kind of important, I would say. I slowed him at least. If you take your teammate at this point, it normally is kind of bad, so I'm trying to not do that. Did I just get myself killed? She didn't pop her E for so long there. I'm pretty sure she was silenced or something. If I didn't get snared underneath turret or the turret died just a tad bit sooner, I would have never been one-shot. But that's okay. I mean, it was still a successful team fight. My team was able to do a lot. I was able to get some auto attacks off. Your Q also does apply that W passive. So that also is kind of nice. And this is a good spike point. I mean, the previous fight, I wasn't on a very good item spike. This is a decent one to have. Because finally I have consistent on-hit effects. It's gonna take a while to get to this fight. Taric has no ultimate. Darius is about to maybe reset over and over again. Nah, he didn't reset, but he did do a lot of damage though. Wait, do we really want to contest this? Doesn't it seem like it's already gone by the time we get there? Like... I mean, there's just no way to walk in with our characters, bro. We got no frontline there. We do have a frontline that totally can walk in when we have them, but they were dead. Bummer. I wish that I could have just continued chasing that guy down. I know Lux just used her abilities recently too. Oh well. Oh, I took it. I got his red. I would say also we're a front-to-back character. Of course, we can try to go like around the front line, but a lot of times you're just pin cushioning the tanky guy in the front just to make him explode. I already have red buff, so technically I'm just like wasting my time. I'll just go top lane here probably. Since Baron's up and stuff pretty soon, that's like the next big objective, and I don't have TP, so I should be up here. We might be able to fight this Darius together with Hecarim. There's no way I can fight him alone. Kiting him is just too difficult. Damn, they got a crazy flank going on, I guess. So, Xerath got caught. Still seems alright, though, right? Because we can just farm mid, and they don't have Baron yet. This is not the fight we want to be doing, but that's chill, because at least they can't really hit the turret very easily still. We just saw that guy use cleanse and immediately dash to his death. Yeah, this Darius just pulled me in with his stacks and then immediately killed me. But, I mean, I still feel like if they don't end here, we just need to wait for a better team fight than what we're getting. Because the enemy team does overextend. Oh. up, please. They're all so low, dude. Okay, nice. Hecarim's getting some crazy kills here. Kalista's scaling isn't really that bad, because, I mean, once you get tankier and also have your armor pen, then you can pin cushion the tanky guys that are super annoying, because they're frustrating to go against and stuff, like the Darius, right? We have Recon Smite, too. Nice. I was looking for Jarvan. I was like, yo, this guy needs to not be in this area. We need to get him. We will just shove in for now. Dragon's in 22. Dang. I have no time to shove top whatsoever. I'll just group now. It'd be kind of bad if I'm not at Dragon and the enemy team fights my team when we have numbers advantage since Jarvan's dead. We should go through mid, though. There's no reason to not be taking the supers. Otherwise, we're just going to like give them a free pressure. Instantly killed because Darius has his 5 stack and all he did is just stack his bleed. Darius is kind of just feeling like he's basically the whole entire enemy team. I mean, Lux damage doesn't even hurt that bad. She full comboed me and I barely took anything. The problem is just, I cannot kill Darius, and if he's ever near me, I just instantly pop. Especially because he keeps on stacking off a Cho'Gath, I think. Because Darius has a 5-stack bleed that gives him bonus AD, it's a substantial amount. He gets like plus 200 AD. So as soon as the teamfight starts, he instantly has it, and then I'm walking into a Darius that has that. At least my Hecarim's still popping, though. Anything for me to be able to be stalled, this game is so good. I promise that we will get the team fight that I want if the game continues the way that it does. Damn. Okay, finally I got a team fight where I gotta do a lot. I got to, like, juke the crap out of a lot of abilities there, and Lux is very challenging to, Lux is a difficult character to land abilities on when I'm playing Kalista if I get to hop around everywhere. Oh shit, you're still going in. I don't have my ultimate or anything, but I'll come over, I guess. I have my Terminus, I guess it's time for me to base. And then we'll go Jack Show after that to be tanky. So what Terminus does is that we have alternating light and dark attacks. It just gives you armor and magic pen and armor and magic resist. And it takes a long time to stack it, but of course it does stack faster with Guinsoo's. And when it is stacked, then I'm just tanky, right? It's like the whole point. Make myself tanky. Nice. That didn't. That didn't land, what? This guy will die. There's no way for him to escape. I really thought that my ultimate would land. Or not my ultimate, sorry. My Q would land onto that Taric, but somehow it missed. The Hecarim truly is the reason that we're winning. Can we even shove this more? Is this possible? Darius is up in 9, and Hecarim's not even going to help. So Jarvan just committed so many resources onto me, and I didn't die because I just kept on running away. Dude, I pressed my ultimate, it didn't go off. What the hell? I literally was spamming the crap out of it. The range isn't really that long, so that's why. I could have saved him if I was able to do it. Oh well. Of course, you can pin cushion Baron. It used to be way more broken in the past, though. You could, like, deal, like, 3,000 damage, and Riot Giga nerfed it. I don't know how much damage it's really going to deal. Does 50%. Right there, it did 1,900. What I was looking for is the tooltip tells you 50% to epic jungle monsters. Epic meaning Dragon Baron. That kind of stuff, Rift Herald. So previously, it wasn't like that. So that would have done 4,000 damage. If it was the previous iteration of Kalista. If you see that magic damage, that's because my W also increases the damage each level, but of course it's not that crazy. It does 16% max HP when me and Hecarim hit the same target, so it did like 420 there. I have my Jack Show and base, I just have to go buy it. Ow! Good thing we have lifesteal, and also that it really didn't hurt as bad as you might think, too. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead! Yep, I'm dead. Wait, am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead. JK. Not dead. Apparently I was able to survive. So yeah, the game's just over. I think that they cannot defend this. Dude, are you serious? Hecarim's just gonna end the game. So yeah, that was Kalista. Not easy for me to play. I feel like I made myself somewhat useful. The Hecarim by far was the MVP of the game, though, because he was the true reason why we were able to come back. And yeah. Give honor to him. He did really good. Rakan saved me in the end. Alright, so thanks for watching. Damage dealt was not good, but I'm not very good at Kalista. I did my job at making myself somewhat useful. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next commentary of the Unranked 2 Challenger with only viewer picks. We are playing some Diana today against a Twisted Fate. He has Resolve Tree, so that does make him a tad bit more difficult to kill. They just had to play one-shot Diana, so that probably just means no Proto Belt. That just means, like, go as much damage as possible. Normally just big uh, every single like flat pen item that exists because you want to make it so you hit really hard. And then cooldown reduction doesn't really matter too much either. I'm gonna get hit here. Okay, never mind, he's not. Every single time we step up for a minion, we know that there's a chance that he will try to hit us. Diana is a pretty straightforward champion. She's just about trying to, firstly, get to a level that you can actually utilize your Q. She is a auto attacker with a 3-hit passive that does magic damage, and also your Q applies Moonlight to everything, and when you go onto somebody with Moonlight, then it will cause them to... What your E does is that anybody that has Moonlight, it will be a dash that you just point and click, you press on it, and it will reset your E. So every single time that you use your E, as long as they had Moonlight, it will cause you to be able to use it multiple times, which is really ridiculous because you're a melee champion, and if you're an auto attacker with your 3-hit, it really synergizes well, of course. So she's about, like, going in, and once you're in, you're kind of stuck there. I mean, you could try to, like, go away from, like, minions and stuff, but otherwise you're kind of just screwed. He'll die to that. A lot of people kind of don't respect Diana, if I'm being completely honest. She is a champion that does so much damage with Ignite, and she's so simple to play. And the thing is that one of the best parts about her is that she's so straightforward that if you land Moonlight with your Q, and you E him, your E is back up no matter what. Your E range is quite long, so if the Moonlight that I hit onto him is going to kill him, even if he flashes away, there's no way to escape it. You cannot flash away from a point-and-click ability damage. I'm sure that there's some that you can, but like Diana, you can't, and you will take a ton, and also burn your flash and still die, so that's exactly what happened. I'm gonna wait for this wave to crash before I do anything, because I just can't do anything until then. But yeah, very easy to play. Even though we got a kill during the early game, he still was able to TP back, so that means that he's not really in the worst spot here. I'm not going to use my dash again for the 3-hit passive that time. I'm going to save it. It is good to sometimes prep it. You can see the 3-hit through your character glowing. Otherwise, you can just look down at the buff bar where it shows all your buffs and stuff to try to do that. Your Q is a crescent, so be aware that you always want to like throw it a certain way. And also, her damage isn't really that crazy with one ability. It's more about having to like land everything at once. So that's another big factor of Diana. I'm not going to be able to kill him here, but, I mean, he's so low to the point that, honestly, I will immediately start shoving. I'm saving my shield if he steps up again, because I shove so damn fast that we might be able to convince him to stay, and then we flash on him. So I'm just going to, like, pretend to base and see if he stays. And if he does, then we just immediately all in and kill him. We don't want to hesitate. We want to do it very quickly, where he has, like, no opportunity to react to it, because there's a chance that if we're too slow, he is pinging, his teammates can come help him, and we don't want him to get any help. We just want him to die. And this is really good, because, honestly, Twisted Fate is a Rod of Ages character, normally, and because he's a Rod of Ages character, that means he's going to be, like, tanky HP-wise. And if I'm going to go, like, pure assassin build, that means that I'm not very good against killing the tankier targets, because it takes a lot of rotations. Of course, like, yeah, Diana does have consistent damage. Whenever you use an ability, you get bonus attack speed, so you attack way faster and stuff. Your W is just a shield, puts orbs around you. If the shield, or the orbs all detonate by hitting somebody and damaging them, you get another shield. And then lastly is my ultimate, is a pull-in AoE ultimate. It does more damage for each person you pull, so if you only ulti one person, it does the least, but it still is a pretty effective ability in that sense. And also, mid lane is already getting crushed. My goodness, dude. He just TP'd down bot side and just immediately died. That is disastrous for them. Diana's 3-hit passive is also really good at taking platings and turrets and stuff. I'm pretty sure this guy did not see that he's getting rotated on, but maybe I can salvage it after he dies, because if he dies here, it's chill. I could probably still win. No, I'd actually lose that. Well, whatever, it's my fault. I can't believe that I actually lose. I guess just with my, if I land my Q, maybe I can do it. It sucks that I have to... I feel like maybe I just played it too fast. Maybe the best way to play it would have been... Like, if I'm thinking about it... I did QE, but I did QE very quickly. Your Moonlight does last 3 seconds, so if I could have waited, I could have went in later, and if I go in later, then Riven won't go on me as quickly, and because that happens, then I'm able to have my Q back up sooner, so I can use it on Riven after... Because obviously, killing Karthus is nice, but... Killing Karthus means that I'm just fighting a Karthus again, because he has his passive and stuff. Where he can continue chucking those Skittles at me to kill me. Honestly, this guy's diveable if my teammate wanted to rotate to go do it, but... I would also maybe be down to just, like, go into enemy jungle and just find the Karthus and kill him, but I want to do that on a wave that feels fresh, where I just killed it, so then I have timing to go without having to miss any farm and stuff. Oh, we already see where he's at. TFTP bot. That's why he's down there. Damn, I'm actually gonna trade 1 for 1. Oh, never mind, I'm not. Well, I am now, but... It just is so much of a struggle to kill that guy, huh? Maybe I should have went Phase Rush. Maybe Phase Rush is just better, because not being able to escape afterwards is such a big deal. I'll still take it, because, I mean, getting kills is always super nice, in my opinion, even though it kind of sucks that my TF that I've been dominating now is about to just get some kills himself to become strong. It's always annoying. But he doesn't have his Rod of Ages, at least, for now. So he didn't get to, like, immediately stack it, because that item does take time to get stronger and stronger and stuff. Dang, I'm trying to ping the... where the ward was, but it's just not there. I think preferably we just shove again and then just go, roam. I'm just gonna go back bot side because my team is going for a big fight. And maybe I can try to salvage it, even though it looks like all of them are dead again. My ultimate will be up soon. Waiting for my next Q here. You just died of the burn. I don't think that my Kha'Zix dying was necessarily my fault. I actually needed no help killing those guys. I just want to make sure that I get my E reset, because even though I landed a 3-man ultimate, people flash away, as you saw. And if I didn't have my E reset, if I just did EQR, then that one person, I wouldn't have a dash to catch back up to them. So, like, I did it on purpose slowly, because sometimes you might need to use your dash again, right? Which is kind of important. I should be fine here, just barely. Oh. Definitely not fine now. That's so sad. My W was just about to be back up, too. But, I mean, look how much gold I have. Oh, and the TF's also gonna be able to do it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, right? It's fine. I feel like the biggest thing was Karthus getting that shutdown. Or was that not Karthus who got it? Yeah, it was Karthus who got 800 gold from Kha'Zix. That did kind of suck. We are very strong, though, because we have our Storm Surge, so this gives us a bunch of Magic Pen. I have Magic Pen on my boots, so we're just, like, dipping into every single Magic Pen thing to make it so when I do land my abilities, I'm, like, dealing tree damage to people. I mean, if we want to rotate to that, we better be ready to rotate with me and not after, because if I walk in and lose my stuff, I'm gonna be upset. Was it for the greater good? Was it worth it? I doubt it. I died so freaking fast because this Karthus is so damn strong now and his Skittles did so much. As soon as I got snared, it was doomed. I should have flashed maybe earlier, like away. But it's chill. We have an AP Misfortune support, which definitely is pretty trash of a pick, but that's okay. I mean, I've played APMF mid, I understand how bad it is. Could be partially why some of the fights are much harder than necessary. It's because APMF, her damage is actually trash. Like, going full AP doesn't really help damage whatsoever. It's so bad. If you try to go full damage, you're so weak. Looks like she just shoved towards me, but this this TF is bot side. I mean, I want to jump on her and deal a bunch of damage. I'm just worried about if somebody else would come. We just E out. If you're ever going to go for a trade and you're worried about it, as long as you have a minion wave, you can do that to just leave immediately. When you apply Moonlight to people, as soon as you consume one Moonlight, like from anybody, all of them disappear. It's not like you can like dash to multiple minions like an Irelia or something. If we want to fight this guy, it has to be done through my Q, and even then, I feel like he's not as easy as he was previously. Because he got a pretty unnecessary amount of kills, which made it so his gold gen is very equal to mine. He did use his summoner, though. The thing is that Karthus ultimate makes every single fight not really fair. Because he has Karthus ultimate to assist. Barely got him. I also got his flash as well. So what we did is that he was committing super hard near me, and he's going near turret, so I pressed, after landing Moonlight onto him, I just immediately jumped in and pressed R no matter what. So if he does stun me, I've already pressed my button, and he will just get hit by turret. And then if he doesn't, and still has to run away, I mean, he's still going to get hit by quite a bit of damage and stuff. I don't think that I can push in the next one. I'm scared. Plus, we have full buy on an item purchase that is going to be gigantic for being able to finally be able to beat him again, I think. Like, in a bit of an easier way. I know I just beat him now, and obviously that means that I was strong enough, but it's just that he gets kind of tanky and annoying when he's tanky. Ultimate CD is okay. It's not crazy low. Even if this guy Karthus ulties me, I should be okay. So we just get a free kill onto him because he face checked us. I do not believe staying underneath turret would ever be good for us with Riven, even though she is not very fed. She does have an execute in her kit where her ultimate does bonus damage depending on how low you are, and I was quite low. Don't really want to die. We see TF there. He has Lich Bane. Riven might rotate to her team, so she might walk into me. No, she did. Oh, wait. Did she just see me? Dang, that's frustrating. I mean, it's because the Karthus is coming. I will die, but I mean, it's worth it, right? Because we got 2 kills, burned multiple summoners, like TF burned his flash to run away. I was able to just one-tap the Riven immediately because I flashed for it. So, I'm okay with that. I think Lich Bane at this point could be pretty decent. I could go Death Cap as well. It's just that Lich Bane is nice because you go in and immediately auto-attack people. So technically that would be pretty good for like a burst build, of course. But at the same time, just going like Death Cap into Zhonya's would also be like really, really good. Did Kha'Zix just get himself killed? Why? I mean, I can go top lane against this Riven, I guess. I mean, Dragon is coming up soon, though. So I guess maybe Jay should have been the one. Karthus is dead, though. Yeah, I'm on the way. I was just gonna grab one wave. I'm just gonna sweep to see if Riven's sitting in a brush, even though I think I would just one-tap her if she went for me. If you're fed enough, you don't even need to land your Q to combo. You can just press ERQW, which will make it so you don't get a reset, but of course, then you have the luxury of jumping on somebody so quickly that they have less time to react. I feel like chasing them is kind of meh. Especially because our teammate's not even rotating too. Because he went bot side. I'm just gonna go grab blue buff. I mean, he clearly wants to go for Otacon and stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe a fight's gonna break out and I'll just go this way. My sweeper is coming back up, and if I use sweeper here, we can see if there's like a crazy flank play going on. No! No! It's fine. Wait, what? Why did my Q not go off? That's weird. Dang, I thought that I was gonna Q in the Crescent, I think would have hit also the Yunpara, and we would have killed everybody there. If I had Flash also, that looked like a free pentakill. That was like very close to being an absolutely insane like ultimate, but it wasn't, so it's better. Man, that champion just gets one-tapped. How does she even play the game? I can't. That's okay. Honestly, maybe I could have commit. Okay, so if I don't run away, I die sooner because Riven hits me. So that's why I backstepped. Because the only reason why I lived as long as I did is because I literally got enough distance between us that she had to use like Qs to even catch up to me. So I figured I would just immediately die, even if I get one auto attack off. And also, the amount of gold that we just got for that whole entire fight was so big that I don't think it should change the outcome of the game that badly. Ooh, they are actually on it. Karma's just being an absolute pest. It looks like Kha'Zix is going to get one-tapped here for sure. I think they get the Otacon. I don't know if there's a way to stop them. I guess Jace has a flank play going on. Wow, they got out of that? Really? It's not really that big of a deal just because we can just play for Soul. Also, I'll have Flash for next team fight, and if they clump, then we just press ER on like a big clump play and kill everybody immediately. Oh, wow, she's over there. I mean, I could try to rotate on her and like kill her. Dang. She's gonna see me? Okay, never mind. I think Pogmon should be able to 1v1 her, right? She's not very strong. And if she did, for some reason, kill him, that's only because of Karthus. The Karthus is the only reason why that even ended up, like, semi-bad for us. It's only semi-bad because, like, it's only deaths, and in the end, there's no objectives for the enemy team to take at this point. We're just waiting for Dragon. A super bad death would be dying when Dragon spawns. That would be game-changing death. Okay, as usual, miss the cannon. No way, that guy's gonna live. Wow. And I think Kha'Zix is just dead. But his death timer is at the perfect timing for... There's a ward there, dang, I'm seeing. Him still be able to get to this dragon. It is not such a bad death timer to the point that, like, we will lose a bunch of it. I was waiting for his gold card to expire, and it's just taking way too long, bro. Let me just look for a crazy flank play. Not a flank play, but just a good play. Wow, are they just gonna give us soul? Really? Oh, they see us, darn. Well, that ruins everything. I will die for the greater good. The reason why I'm sacrificing my life is because Karthus dying means we automatically get it. Because we... did you just fail your jump over the wall? He just failed his jump. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the dragon will help, you know, with being able to win. The Karthus is getting to a pretty strong point in the game. I'm looking to see if they have, like, MR. If they don't, then Death Cap is probably the best choice for, like, maximum damage spike. Twisted Fate is so annoying to play against once he finishes that rapid fire cannon, because now he's at the point where he just gold cards from, like, really far away. It's really annoying. Dude, this Karma is so tanky. Good chunk, though. I feel like that maybe is enough to go for this. Nobody seems very ready for it. I have no defensive, so honestly, if I get picked by, like, multiple people, it's kind of difficult for me to win. In a straight 1v1, I'm quite powerful. Damn, I kind of wish that she got caught so I could have continued going, but... Oh well. If they have TF ultimate, they're going to see me again, which they do, which is a big deal. Not going to jump in on that one. Don't trust it. If we want to fight anybody, we have to do a big AoE thing. One of the biggest factors of why this game is becoming a lot more difficult is because Misfortune support is freaking useless as heck. I probably can't stop that. Is Kha'Zix just trying to take their base? Ow. Holy crap, that did crazy damage. He sees me, but I think we probably just have to try to kill no matter what. For the greater good. He is worth a big amount of gold, and we are also stalling their Baron. So, Jace is 0-6 too? What the heck? When was that guy? I thought he was strong. We're level 16, massive amount of AP. My ultimate does a pretty bonkers amount of damage now if I land multi-man ultimate, but I will say Karma Shield is really broken at this point. When she does Mantra E, she can like shield her whole entire team for like 700, it feels like. And that's kind of my entire ultimate damage too. Another item could be like a Zanya's, because going in and popping Zanya's is pretty effective. Ooh, massive MF ult. Damn, dude. I got one TF gold card onto me, and it just instantly is a lost fight. No! It's my fault for the way that I died. Even though, I will say, Kha'Zix on repeat has been doing probably some of the worst decision-making plays I've ever seen in my life. This guy went from being, like, a really substantial character of our team to trying to kill the support and trading with the support as an assassin. That's not worth it, ever. You're trading with a literal, like, not that useful of a character when your use is pretty gigantic considering that you're almost full build. It's so bad. But, oh well. At least the game's not over, right? Would have been frustrating if we just lost the game through a bad Kha'Zix pick. Yo, there's Karma. It's your nemesis. Get her. Get the Karma, bro. Oh my goodness, he didn't kill Karma again? That's crazy. Who would have thought? I really thought that, like, the 5th time would work. That's so crazy, bro. I just almost killed all of them on my own. And my whole team died. Oh, it's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that I wasn't able to kill them all. Wow, why is Kog'Maw so weak? I mean, I'm glad that he was able to finish her in the end, but wow, that was some crazy bad Kog'Maw damage. What the heck? I guess because her death stance is strong? Hey, he got a shutdown for himself. So close to killing everybody. So close. If only. That would have been a crazy 100-0 quadra kill from like the whole entire enemy team. TF is full build at this point. I'm not even full build. Not to say that, honestly, I feel like had any influence in the terms of why we're losing this game at this point. It's just MF is bad as a champion, and then Kha'Zix is just misplaying nonstop. And now we don't have Flash for next fight. Ooh, okay. Well, a 1-for-1 trade is better than not. So, nice. Just give up that turret, dude. Just defend the next one. We all got a little bit chunked. They have Elder. We should just be patient. Okay, whatever. My teammate's just gonna immediately die. She'll die too. Nice! They threw the game by overextending. Even though they had Elder. I'm not gonna be able to do more than that. It's too difficult. There's no way Karthus' ultimate is up, right? That'd be kind of bonkers if it was. He just used it. My shield would probably save me too anyways. Yo, MF managed to find a pick onto him. Nice, dude. That hit me? That's disgusting. Absolutely gross. Nice, guys. I have a Void Staff now. We are full build ourselves. 801 AP. My ultimate hits for a, like almost 2,000 damage, I believe, if I land a 5-man ultimate. Very unrealistic to land a 5-man ultimate, though. The stars literally have to align, and also they have stuff to make it so I can't land a 5-man ult. Like, they have their own flashes and dashes and stuff. I probably could have just flashed on him and killed him, I guess, just to get rid of that guy. I'm dead because I don't have Zhonya's. 1k. $1.1k damage from Karthus onto me. That hurt. I'll probably sell the Lich Bane for a... Dude, what is this? This damage from our guy is so worthless. Well, it turns out that it's over. Oh well, I kind of tried. Apparently we are not good enough to win this game, are we? That's okay, though. It's up to MF to defend it. I don't think that she can do it, though. Because I think that they take the turret, or the stuff too quickly. So yeah, GG's. We tried. Maybe if we had a little bit better of a team comp with our team, it could have been won. But hey, sometimes you feel like you played optimally to win the game, and I've never seen so many suboptimal plays in a row to throw it. Oh yeah, I forgot that the game was bugged, and for some reason, like, just like, as you can see, it says that I'm in queue. That game, like, never existed almost. Huh. So when we were at their Nexus, we were barely winning. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, well, I tried. See you guys later. Peace out, bye.